Two big questions remain through the end of 2025 for crypto.com and CRO in my mind. One, are we going to get some more upward price action? That's the obvious question. But two is, are we going to see crypto.com achieve everything they laid out to achieve in 2025 based on their roadmap? Well, let's talk a little bit about all of that in this video. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more crypto content. And if you guys want to do some trading, well, I clearly believe that there are a lot of opportunities for trades in this crypto market day in, day out. And if you take a peek at my trade right now over on Blowfin, it's still in the green. I have had a short position open on Bitcoin for a while. Admittedly, was getting a little bit nervous this morning as Bitcoin was moving up in price. But in my video earlier today, I discussed why I thought the prices were going up. And that was two things. One was the stimulus check conversation, which I discussed in my video earlier today. And two, optimism over government shutdown ending. Now, both of those things didn't have complete truths to them, right? We had the government shutdown. People thought it was over. It's not over yet. It's probably going to end soon. So a little bit of reality set in. And two, stimulus checks probably aren't actually a thing. So anyway, and I'm trading all sides of this market, whether it's to the upside, to the downside. There are opportunities for volatility, in my opinion. And so some of the platforms I use, we have pinned in the description down below. I'm trading currently on Blowfin. If you want to take advantage of a up to $5,000 deposit bonus, it's there when you click the link in the description down below. It's so easy to set up an account with an email if you want to check that out. Even in the red months, you can make gains. And that's for CRO, that's for Bitcoin. That's the way that I feel about it. But what you do want to see, and I'm not a financial advisor. Again, I'm not here for financial advice. But I want to look at this roadmap that Crypto.com has and see where we're at in the grand scheme of things for Crypto.com's goals. And then what comes next, we'll dive into specific price action for CRO here in a second. First of all, Cortex AI. This was promised in Q3. We are now officially in Q4 as of October, and now we're in November, and we haven't had this come out yet. So that's one thing. We still see grade out here, and we have yet to kind of see whatever this is come about, and we haven't seen it quite yet. We've seen a lot of exchange expansion and some more fiat on and off ramps included, but they're still continuing to push forth more. So we got more coming down the road there. The Crypto.com stablecoin, they thought they'd have this out in Q3. I could easily say that, if maybe we didn't have the government shutdown, they could have had a chance with this. But with the government shutdown, I would go out and say it doesn't look like they're going to get the Crypto.com stablecoin approved unless we can get the Crypto Clarity Act finished. And it doesn't look like we're getting that finished yet. The SEC and the CFTC are basically stuck waiting for the government shutdown to end. So the stablecoin delay is real. And I think that the stablecoin for Crypto.com is one more way for them to continue to really grow their business tremendously, especially with the institutions. And I think that's going to be a bright star in the future for CRO. AI-powered trading tool, TBD, Cronos 1. Don't even know what this is yet. I'm very curious. Is this something that could help the price action for CRO? Again, these are all things that were promised in Q3. We've had some delays, so those haven't come through. And I'm not taking anything away from Crypto.com because they've really achieved a lot this year, including launching credit cards and launching some commodities and index derivatives, actually, right on track with that. Stock options, not so much yet. They thought they'd have that going in Q2. Not yet available. Bank accounts, international bank accounts and business accounts, not yet a thing. They're still on track for that, looking at getting that in Q4. If I had to guess, I'd say they're going to miss some of the goals that they had for 2025, but they have 2026. If we're going into a bear market, which, we might be, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to build in the bear market, as so many of these companies have always done. Crypto.com was very effective at building in the bear market. Let's talk about price action right now. Again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. First of all, Bitcoin dominance has continued its climb, which means altcoins aren't really having their day in the sun yet. And we did see over the last weekend, what I told you guys is 24 hours left. And Saturday to Sunday, I was looking at the 24 hours left on the weekly candle. If we can get the weekly candle to close above 12.7 cents for CRO, we might find a bounce there. Well, we did. But we also kind of got that bounce, I think, because Bitcoin found a little bit of renewed optimism and strength on the stimulus check, excitement, and government shutdown. Well, for the stimulus check, we probably aren't getting a stimulus check. It's probably going to be a tax cut. It's probably going to be a tax break. It's probably going to be some back end way to put $2,000 back in the pockets of Americans, or at least without taking it out of the pockets of Americans. What it's not going to be is what it seems is not going to be a actual check, stimulus check. That's what it seems like right now. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was walking that back. That's kind of how it seems like this whole stimulus check conversation was. I think that's part of the reason Bitcoin pumped going into today, alongside excitement over the government shutdown ending. But what we've had is the Senate vote on the government shutdown to end. We haven't actually had the shutdown end yet. So after some of the reality hit with that, we saw a little bit of a sell-off after the excitement this morning. We're kind of still playing this game of indecision. Are we going into a 4-year cycle typical bear market where we see sub $100,000 price levels, even if the government shutdown ends, even if we get stimmy checks and all these things, or are we going to get a bounce here for Bitcoin and continue the upside? The government shutdown historically has been a bullish event for crypto. And if the government shutdown ending causes a Bitcoin bull market continuation, I am not going to be upset. I'm going to be extremely happy because that means that Crow coin can start coming up too. But I don't really expect it to play out that way. If the government shutdown ends, we can get a pump for Bitcoin, but I don't think it would be any kind of sustained pump to take us to new all-time highs. That's my personal feeling on it, and I could be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm certainly not here to give financial advice, but based on that evaluation and understanding of Bitcoin, that leaves me to think that Crow could get a bounce at this level, as I discussed yesterday. But for it to actually truly hold this level for any extended period of time, if Bitcoin's falling, would make no sense at all. So I do believe that we will see at least a 10-cent Crow again. If Bitcoin falls down below 90,000 to 80,000, 70,000 or lower, easily Crow coin could come down from 10 cents to fill this wick at 6 cents, which you don't really want to see, but it is on the table ever since that wick came into existence. If we're going into a bear market, what we've historically seen is that altcoins fall about 90%, some fall 99%. If Crowcoin were to do that, it would at least be going to this wick, which I think is the logical low level given the high that we saw for this bull market. Now, if Crowcoin had gotten up to a $2 price in this bull market, then I would say, well, maybe Crowcoin is going to settle down then at possibly, what would that be? The 15, 20 cent level, right? That's about a 90% crash. But we're not really seeing that high end for Crow. And so looking at a 90% retracement from 38 cents, there's a chance that we could come lower than the 6 cent level. And that's something we have to be prepared for. Fundamentally, Crypto.com has been achieving a lot on the roadmap, and I think they will achieve a lot more. It looks like they're going to miss a few of those items for the year. You can certainly blame the government shutdown a little bit, but I don't think it's something where, like, if they don't hit every milestone on the roadmap, that it's like the end of the world or anything like that. You got to have goals, you set goals, and you might not achieve all your goals the first time around, but eventually, if you keep trying, you'll continue to grow as an individual, as a business, whatever it might be. And I think that Crypto.com is really taking a strategic approach in trying to do things slow, smart, and it's been quite impressive just from what I've seen. I'm a believer in CRO still. If we're going into a bear market, that's just what happened. That what comes of Crow in a bear market is what's going to come of any other altcoin. If we get continuation to the upside, I would celebrate it spectacularly. I'd be very excited about that. Again, whether we're up or down, there are trading opportunities, in my opinion. Continue to do your own research, my friends. But if you do want to, check out the affiliate links in the description down below. There are sign-up bonuses there for you to take advantage of if you haven't done so already. That's all I got on this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is a Crypto Report. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 videos here if you want to check them out, guys. DCA, HODL. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.